inclusivity in the government. Is that them saying we also need you to look at the opposition and have a representation in this government? And if that is true, Dr. Mwangi, then is that them saying, well, create positions for us and reshuffle that particular government that you've already created so that we also feel that we're represented in it?
I hope not. I hope the agenda of inclusivity is not about include Azimio people in government.
What would it be?
I hope not.
What would it be?
What I think it is, and it is an issue, is when we look at the appointments that have been made to various government agencies, whether they are parastatals, whether they are, you know, the organs that make the country. When we look at those appointments, they have been skewed largely to the so-called stakeholders. The deputy president used the word stakeholders and said, if you're in the queue, if I see that you are going to get something, I'll put you back. So what we have seen is a scenario where the people who did not vote for the Kenya Kwanza government, even if they have capability, let me remove the political players. Let me just go to a normal professional from Luo Nyanza, a normal professional from Ukabani, a normal professional from largely where the opposition, the Azimio, got votes. You have very little chance to serve this country. The ambassadorial positions, they have not been completely filled. Even when we saw the recall of whoever is being recalled, it is a question of which side of the political divide do you support. I think we must have a country where we go to the elections, very competitive elections, they should be. We should have a good balance between whoever goes into government and whoever goes to opposition. For me, I am a student of Ken Matiba. I believe in multi-party democracy. That is the only way our country will run. We don't want to be back to the dark days of one-party rule. However, whichever government now wins, whichever now party wins, you are now the president of Kenya. William Ruto, you are the president of Kenya. Being the president of Kenya means that development must go to the whole country. Development must go to the whole country. Being the president of Kenya means that when you are constituting parastatal boards, yes, reward those who drove your campaign, but let us also include other Kenyans who can serve the country diligently and make this country move. I think inclusivity is about that. And I hope it is. Because if it is about the so-called ruling class, and I have a little problem with that, because ruling class, today they are the ruling class. Tomorrow, if you are now elected, you also join them. So our nation must have people who we give them a date to rule. The problem we have in this country, and on that score, I would say maybe that is it. We have a musical changing of musical chairs. The same players we had in 2007 are the same players we had in 2013, are the same players we had in 2017. They are the same players now, the same, just moving positions. And that is where Kenyans need to rise and own your country, to the extent that if people do not perform, even if they change their clothes, because what they do is change their clothes. I came with this party this time. There is no single party that has gone the full hog. They just change, and all of a sudden Kenyans look at them and believe that they are different animals. They are the same monkeys in the same forest, jumping. So the issues that must be on the table about inclusivity.
Yes.
Is Kenyans who are gifted in certain areas, even if they voted the opposite, the government of Kenya owes them responsibility to give them opportunity. Yes. After all, who pays taxes? Isn't it all of us? We all pay taxes. We all pay the government of the day. Let us also have a stake.
That's exactly what we want to think, isn't it? Like you're